Alright, we've just passed the 10k milestone, and I fancy having some fun. Normally in this situation I'd play something like Spain, but let's switch that up. Let's do something a little different. It's time for South Africa. Let's begin. There we go, we have expanded the Simon's Town base, and sub-spam is underway. Very good. But now it's time for us to abandon Westminster. Oh, and what do you know, we have enough PP command power to hire ourselves a chief of army. Army maneuver expert, please. So, which way are we going to go? Are we going to empower the workers, or support the brother bond? CK2 or CK1? Well, today it's going to be CK1. To be fair, we have done CK2 more recently than we have CK1, so I think it is this focus tree's turn. Alright, and now we must support... Yeah, I'm not going to pronounce that, am I? Let's just support it. That's what the focus wants me to do. Next up on the great plan is to support the Germanification of Southwest Africa. If any of you actually know your Bubble Zest history, you know we've actually talked about this focus before. We did a What's the Point episode on it, and as it turned out, I'm okay with it, I guess. I'm doing it right now. An extra mill, extra civ. Sure, why not? We could also do South Africa first, but come on, gotta switch it up, gotta have a bit of fun. This is a bit more exciting than just becoming free by doing basically nothing. But more power to you if you want to do that. And here we are, the moment has come. We now must support the German coup, and a civil war will start soon. What's funny is that this focus technically checks for you having autonomy over 80%, but as you can see our autonomy is barely at 50%. So I guess this is sort of broken, but who cares? Who cares? This doesn't need to be fixed. It is technically broken, but it's a lot better for gameplay for it to be this way. Right, I'll happily take those volunteers, and how many units do we have? Oh god, it's free, it's only 3 divisions. And the other South Africa has up to 10, so this is going to go great. Very well. Let's train up some more divisions. Can't afford too many, so let's make this brigade slightly smaller. 2 width, glorious, let's get 10 of those. Max priority, deploy when ready, and limited. Right, for focus now. Let's work on our industry, and let's quickly get on that front line. Luckily, the only country we're going to fight is the other South Africa. They're not going to call in Britain. Right. This should be fun, eh? And you can tell this is a Together for Victory tree when this has a unique event. Oh hey, foreign aid from Germany. What will they send? Some equipment? Some planes and a tiny bit of manpower. I mean, I'll take it, I need it, but... And Germany sent 1 infantry. I guess that's better than nothing. Oh, and hey, we can join the Axis, despite the fact tension is low? Well, hey, I'll definitely take that. Unfortunately, I can't call Germany in, tension is still low. But hey, a free alliance is a free alliance. Ooh, even more equipment. 500 manpower and some old tanks. Yes, we're saved. Now, the last time that we did this, what happened is the other South Africa was head smashing on our front line, which allowed us to push. But clearly that's not happening this time. Looks like Hertzog has learned his lesson. So clearly we need to do something different. We've got our extra units, and here's the plan. We're going to naval invade. It's the only way we're going to win. Gonna try and get Cape, Stanley, Durban, whatever, and see what we can do. Worst case scenario, we're completely screwed. But best case scenario, we somehow win this. But this is one of the classic signs that Paradox probably hasn't played this in a very long time. Because how do they actually expect you to win this? I have no idea. Time for a good old naval invasion, I think. And go. A positive of this is that we can actually use our units to pin these ones so they can't defend the port. And yeah, if you couldn't tell, before the Civil War I disbanded the army. Oh no, Cape Town is defended. That's not good. Oh well. At the very least, we managed to get Port Elizabeth. Good. Let's take what we can. Like try and encircle Cape Town, you know. Oh dear, Durban is also defended, but that unit is trying to leave there, so I have an idea. Oh, and because we've invaded, the front line has basically broken. We can now leave. Nice, and now this unit is leaving Cape Town. That's not a good idea. I mean, it is a good idea for us, but not a good idea for them. Anyway, this unit walk on Pretoria. And we've managed to trick the AI into leaving Durban. Nice. Now let's take it. And perfect, the AI fell for the trap. They've left Cape Town as well. That's the big VP, it's worth 10. You just managed to get Cape Town in time. Is that enough? Yes, it is. Thank you. And Germany is so proud of us, they guaranteed us. How nice. Well, what do you know? That wasn't as simple as it was on What's the Point, but we still managed to win. And you know what? That's good enough for me. Right, time to get a field marshal. There's only one guy with a hat. Well, one guy repeated a few times, but let's go with Eugene. Perfect, a brilliant strategist. Promoted. This is one of the upsides of having theatre training, it's a bit more likely to get these guys. I love that Britain isn't even upset that we left them or anything. No. They're like, oh, you left us, you even did a civil war to do it? That's fine, whatever. Time for the next stage of the plan. And is it invade the Dutch East Indies? Of course it is, you know me too well. Let's get going. And hey, naval invasion left immediately. How nice. And let's play safe and also declare on you. Right, the main problem here is just going to be Rotterdam, but that should be okay. We even have a port, so might be even easier. Right, take Amsterdam, support Rotterdam, and try and encircle. Oh dear, looks like some of my... Oh, never mind. It's done. Nice. Right, I'm sure you know the drill. Puppet DEI, puppet the Netherlands, take their fleet, and let's see what reps and rights we can get. Not much, I'm sure, but enough, I think. South African Netherlands and South African East Indies. I don't know, that just sounded a little bit funny. But there we go. Nice. We now have 43 factories. Yeah, unsurprisingly, taking the Netherlands is not that hard, especially when they actually have to defend their border against Germany. But hey, you know what? We don't argue with a result. Just look at this, we managed to nab 34 ships off the Dutch. Sweet. I can even make one of them the pride of the fleet. Why not? I don't know how changing those divisions changed all of those over to veterans, but okay. I'm sure that could be a funny little thing if you wanted to get one of those medals or whatever for veterans. There's something big that we have to do now, and it's for the achievement Crusader Kings, and that's a king for our people. Yep, we're going to nab Edward for ourselves. I mean, he's alright, I suppose. Slightly more org, slightly more DRR. I know it's only 2%, but hey, you know. Who am I to argue with little extra bonuses? Oh, and extra stability as well. That's also nice. What? That's a bit early of you, Carol. You haven't even appointed a pro-Axis government. Oh well. Bit of extra help doesn't hurt, I suppose. And welcome to South Africa, Your Majesty. Have you heard what the Germans have just done to Poland? Oh well, for focuses now, there isn't too much. Again, this is a Together for Victory tree, it is quite small. But I guess German scientists wouldn't hurt. You know, maybe we can get some tanks faster. I don't know. It's something. And Germany's just going into Belgium. Right, let's help them. Call to arms, let's go. But we also have to call in the South African Netherlands. I'm not over that. But oh well, let's get to work. Britain's trying to naval invade us. No, that's not how this works. A problem we're kind of facing right now is that there aren't actually that many German divisions here. And if I had to guess where the German divisions are, I think I know the answer. Yep, there's just a load of German divisions and Romanians as well in the Atlantic Ocean, because that's helpful. So basically, it's me and a few scattered German divisions on our own who have to take down France. It's a story for the ages, how the Indonesian South African divisions took Paris first. And come on, let's see Vichy. There we go. Some scattered units are left, but they're not long for this world. There we go. Time for the good old invasion of the UK. Now last time we actually discovered that we could actually invade via the English Channel because somehow nonsense made that work. But yeah, supremacy is a bit of a mess, so let's just go with the classic Newcastle and Hull and hope for the classic blip. Oh yes, the blip. It usually happens sooner or later. But alright, naval invasion. Oh my god, is it ready to go? Yes, it absolutely is. We got the blip immediately. Britain isn't paying attention. And Germany can flush out that naval invasion. That's their trouble now. Force attack again. And come on, there we go. Nice. Right. Sorry, UK. You know how this goes. You know what needs to be done. So, assign and let's take you. The UK just spawned a unit down. Well, you know, if we're going on a little bit of a nostalgia trip, let's do what we used to do in the UK, and that's to encircle London for war score. Oh, and what you know, my justification on Portugal is ready. Wonder why I do that. Oh well, let's use it. Welcome to the Allies. Right, I don't really know if you guys can achieve anything, but if you can get me some extra war score, that would be appreciated. And there we go, we've got 5 divisions encircled. We currently have 21% of the war score, and now it's 24. Nice. It's not as good as it used to be, but it can work in limited scenarios. But if you weren't here for when this exploit really worked, god, it was ridiculous. You could basically dominate the peace conference by doing this. Basically the thing was, encircle London, get 50% of the war score, and thanks to your peace conferences, take everything. No, seriously, Germany wouldn't be able to get, like, anything if you did this right. I do kind of miss those days because I was good at that strat. But to be absolutely objective about it, yeah, that needed to go. It was overpowered as hell. And now we're at 27%. Or I guess maybe 29, considering the South African Netherlands has some war score too. Yeah, that's probably as good as it's gonna get, isn't it? Alright, shall we finish up? And there we go, the UK has capitulated. And we have more war score than Italy. I'd call that a success. So, what do we want to take? Well, obviously we want to take Palestine, because that's included for the achievement Crusader Kings. But you know what? Let's also focus on Africa on the whole. If we can take all of it, that would be fun, I think. 105 states for us, we actually got the most. Germany 83, and Italy 3. Seriously? And there is still a UK in Sudan. Yeah, this is one of the Bidden War problems we had. But more annoyingly, I have to go and deal with Ethiopia because somehow they weren't in the peace deal. Let's quickly wipe them out, shall we? Oh yeah, Portugal also looks like this, but we don't talk about that. We don't talk about that. And there we go. Because Italy caused a bit of mess, you don't get to have Italian East Africa today. They took this little state, I take this one in revenge. Petty? Definitely. But there we go. Alright, Britain, our truce has expired. Let's finish you off. Apparently they have up to 81 divisions, but not many managed to make it back to Sudan. Funnily enough, the Allies still exist and Australia is their leader, which makes no sense, because there is no Australia. Seriously, Australia doesn't exist. At least the Raj somewhat makes sense, they sort of exist, but oh well. The thing we have to do is to take the UK's final VP. And maybe we'll have to capitulate the Raj, I'm not sure. Nope. Nice. Can I take all of the UK's fleet? No, but I'll take what I can. Sure, taking the Raj will mean I can't get all of the UK's fleet, but that's okay. That's okay. We've cleaned up the borders. I almost feel bad for the Raj. They joined at the last second just to get annexed. Oh well. Well, what do you know? We had another run with South Africa, and that was nice. Sometimes that's fine. Sometimes they just need to be nice. But I know what some of you are probably still hoping that I'll do, and sure, why not? Let's recreate the Zimbabwean Empire. Extra cores. There we go. I think that maybe got us one extra factory. I think I prefer the pink as well. But oh well, I've formed the nation now. So, until next time everybody, I thank you for watching, I do hope you've enjoyed it, and until we meet again, from me, Bubbles Zest. I need to put my fan on, it's like 28 degrees. But apart from that, goodbye.